What up, football family? Welcome to a brand new edition of the Fantasy TakeOver. You know it's your boy, Mr. PL Culture. Hey, welcome back, ladies and gents. It is week 4 of the NFL regular season. Wow, closing out a month already, huh? Time flies when you are watching this show. All right, hey, but enough about me. Let's get back to you and what you're here for. Hey, to get the hottest, latest, and greatest start and sit advice. We come to you first. We come to you live from the city of Dallas. But you know this show can't get started without the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that put the cough in Tom Coughlin. What's up, Mr. New York Nick? What's going on, kid?
What's up, baby?
All right, doing all right?
Chilling.
Hey, man, it's week 4.
Week 4.
All right, the people need the hot, the latest, greatest picks, man. You got it?
That's what we do, right?
All right. So, hey, well, without any further ado, let's get started. All right. So, of course, we'll give you our Twitter handles at the end of the show, but we've been getting blown up all week. We're starting sit advice. We take some of the best ones and make it to the show. So, hey, hit us up on Twitter this week. If your question is good enough, you will be on next week's show, all right? Yeah. Let's roll. All right, Dan in Rowland. What up, Dan?
What up?
All right, okay. I have Andre Brown, who beasted for me last week.
Mode.
Now, Andre Brown is the backup running back, for those who don't know, for the New York Giants. He came in last week and maybe a little bit of the game before that, and did his thing. Yeah. All right, shouts out to him. Now, Dan's question is, should I start him again this week against Philly? Well, Dan, not so fast in my not so Lee Corso voice.
What?
I mean, no, man. I mean,
what?
Look, latest reports came out today that Tom Coughlin has named Ahmad Bradshaw the starter for this week against Philly. Ahmad Bradshaw, he's a Super Bowl champion, game-winning touchdown running back. I mean, he had a touchdown in week 1 against the Cowboys before he went down with an injury. Hey, the Cowboys defense has been pretty solid.
Hashtag Seattle.
But we digress. Now, I mean, Brown, he did do solid, but that was against Carolina and their 27th ranked rush defense. I mean, I think if you play a fullback, I think I can average 4.5 against the Panthers defense with my chest open. All right,
Come on.
All right. So Dan, in this case, and I know you're a New Yorker, a native New Yorker, and you roll with your Giants. I know you do, and shouts out. But this week, player, you may want to just leave him on your bench and kind of see what this rotation thing is going to look like. I mean, if Bradshaw started, he may not get as many touches as he did last week. What you think, man?
Please allow me to reintroduce the new mistress for the New York Giants, and that's Andre Brown. 113 and 2 touchdowns. You say, okay, Carolina's defense. Let's remember who they're going up against. Philadelphia.
Okay.
Philadelphia. They are long been Philadelphia. They are Philadelphia. Come on now. You got it. Okay, I'm going to tell you like this. New York Giants organization. I got to give it to you.
Well, what's going on, man?
New York Giants organization. Come on, man. I think for all my real fans out there who remember when I did say to the Kansas City Chiefs organization, what do you do with Jamal Charles and Peyton Hillis? I had to give them a come on, man. And look what Jamal did. Jamal beast last week.
He did beast last week.
So the New York Giants, you get to come on, man. Start Andre Brown. Let the rookie get it going on it.
But see, you know what? And with that, I'll give you that. I'll give him that. But he did use the word mistress, and that's a very apropos word because I think the whole mistress thing is going to work against Brown this week because you got to think that Bradshaw is going to be in. My girl got a new friend mode, right?
What is that?
People, bring it in real quick. Now, to my fellas, especially my fellas, you know how it is. You've been with your lady a long time. You know, she's not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere. You start to kind of take it for granted. You take plays off, if you will. You may cancel a dinner date.
You have to sometimes.
You may cancel an in-law date. Definitely an in-law date.
Those are sick days.
Who does that?
Sick days.
Hashtag PTO. But I digress. Until your girl starts encouraging you to go do other things because she's got new friends that she can go out with. Now, fellas, bring it in. What do you do when your girl starts having new friends and wants to go out? You start to clink, and you start to handcuff. My point being, Ahmad Bradshaw with the start this week, you don't think he stood on the sideline in Carolina and saw this dude running up and down?
I believe he was jealous.
Had to be.
I believe he was jealous. I just don't think that he's healthy enough to do anything this week.
Now, therein lies your dilemma, Mr. Dan. Now, we have no clue how the carries are going to work out. Coughlin did say that he's going to go with the hot hand. Now, with Bradshaw starting, if he fills us out early, then I totally agree with Nick. But if Bradshaw stays hot, you might be in for a subpar performance from Mr. Brown. But either way, good luck to you, Mr. Dan, all right?
Already. Hey, on to the next one.
On to the next one. Good luck to you, Mr. Dan. Hope you get that W this week. All right, George in Dallas. What up, Jorge? Hey, what's going on?
Shouts out.
All right. Hey, Nick, last week I put in Spiller, like you said.
Yep.
And he did a great job until he got hurt. Hey, we can't do nothing about that. We not suiting them up. You know, we just projecting. All right. Shouts out to Nick. That was a good call. Now, I picked up Tashard Choice, who's actually the third string running back in his place. Should I play Choice against New England this week? What you think?
That's tough. That's tough. Choice did have 91 against Cleveland last week.
He had 91 yards against Cleveland
Let's remember, New England's only giving up 80 yards per game in rushing.
That's true.
You got Fred Jackson, who's supposed to be back, so you know they're going to split the carries. So, in my opinion, go ahead and sit him. He's not the choice this week.
He is not the choice this week. You heard it straight from New York Nick. I agree. Hey, Jorge, this week, hey, try to find you somebody else that's on your waiver wire. If you're in a W/R position, go more for the W and less for the R. Tashard is not the choice. Good luck to you this week, player.
On to the next one.
On to the next. All right, Monique in Dallas. D-Town checking in this week. Hey, shouts out. Shouts out Triple D. But we digress. Oh, God. All right. Hey, what's going on, Monique? Yes, we did see your profile pic. Good looking out, mommy. All right. Monique in Dallas. I am a diehard Pittsburgh fan, as we could tell by your profile pic. But we're going to keep this show moving. All right. My favorite tight end, Heath Miller, is on bye this week. Yeah, he is. And
that's goal line guy.
Yeah, that's goal line guy right there. And my backup, Aaron Hernandez, is injured. Hey, New York Nick. Help!
What do you do?
What do you do?
You go to Minnesota, get Kyle Rudolph. You know what he did last week? 2 touchdowns against the 49ers defense.
The who?
49ers defense. That San Fran defense. 2 touchdowns. Goal line touchdowns. He's playing Detroit this week. So you got to know he's at least good for another 2.
At least good for another 2. At least. And let's not forget that that the tight end position really did work against Detroit last week. I mean, Jared Cook, before he got hurt in the first half, had 77 yards in a touchdown.
That's all I heard was Cook.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
he was cooking.
I was hungry after you. I mean, it's Sunday. I'm a brother, man. We eat Sunday dinner. But we digress. Bottom line being, if Cook hadn't got hurt, we may be talking about him as one of the fantasy beasts of the week. He was well on his way to 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. So, hey, Monique, for 1 week only, because you do have 2 stud tight ends in your lineup, go ahead and pick him up and play him for 1 week, and then drop him. He's out of here. All right. Good luck to you and your Triple D's, Monique.
On to the next one.
On to the next. Thank God this is on YouTube. All right. Now we get to our favorite section of the show. It's our risk reward section. All right. Now, New York Nick, what you got for us this week?
Hey, risk reward. I'm coming alive. Mr. Jake Locker.
Who?
Jake Locker.
From the who?
From the Tennessee Titans.
Shouts out to the hometown Cashville.
That's the boy right there.
Stand up. Stand up. All right. Now, please explain, because I'm curious to see why you would pick Locker this week.
You know what? Jake Locker, he did a performance for a performance last week.
That he did.
370 yards.
Yes, sir.
2 touchdowns, won the game.
Church.
You know what I'm saying?
You preaching.
This week, he's going against Houston.
Who?
Houston.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Whoa.
Wait a
Houston?
minute.
Please explain.
Houston, who gave up 330 and 2 touchdowns to Peyton Manning. Again, I'm not saying Jake Locker's Peyton Manning. What I'm saying is Houston Texans. I'm calling you out as fraud defense going down this week.
Wow.
They're going down this week. Jake Locker has to be risk and reward just for the fact that he's young, he's got a nice team. Then he gets, second season? Full season? It's your risk and reward. The numbers don't lie.
All right, hey, you heard it right here with Mr. New York Nick. Now, at first, that I ain't gonna lie, I'm a diehard Titans fan. You all know that who watched last week.
Who waved flag?
Right, hey, it's the Music City Miracle flag, and they brought another one.
It crazy.
Did you see that second Music City Miracle?
I saw it.
Was that not S9?
That's a 10.
That's 11.
That's a 12.
That was awesome. Woo! I'm sorry, I had to get that in there. We have been struggling, but I digress. All right, now Now, one thing that may very well bode well in Locker's favor is the fact that Tennessee's defense is so bad. Because Arian Foster and Andre Johnson, Matt Schaub, and the crew, they may do work against one of the worst ranked defenses in the league, which puts your quarterback, in this case, Jake Locker, back on the field. Garbage yards are your fantasy goal.
Hey,
right?
that's what it is.
All right, good job, player. All right, what's the reward? Hey, handle your business. I'm sure he's out there on the waiver wire for you.
On to the next one.
On to the next. All right, now we conclude every show with our Homer alert. Now, if this is your first time watching the Fantasy Takeover, where you been? Shame on you. I mean, you got a smartphone?
It's embarrassing.
Right?
I'm just saying.
I'm sure you got a smartphone because you watch
a smartphone.
Hey,
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know people's business.
Well, our Homer alert is that player that you took in the first, second round, the high name, the guy who's basically living off his name right now, and you don't want to bench him for pride reasons. I mean, who want to bench a Peyton Manning?
Can't do it.
We'll get into that next week. You got to tune in for that one. All right. Now, this week's home alert belongs to you, Mr. Two Letters, Mr. A.P., Mr. Adrian Peterson. Yes, my friend. Take a seat right here next to me in New York, Nick, on the pine.
It's couch alert.
It's couch alert. Home alert / couch alert.
Has to be.
New watch alert.
New watch alert.
Don't you go, Jay-Z, right now.
Hugh blows?
All right, but we digress. Don't you go, Jay. But we digress. All right, Adrian Peterson, here's what you need to know right now. Adrian Peterson made history in the absolute worst fashion. He's gone a career-high 8 games without rushing over 100 yards.
What?
When's the last time? 8 games?
What?
That's half a season.
That's
I mean,
garbage.
That's half a season of garbage.
Where's the truck at?
I mean,
back it up. Back it up.
All right.
It's over.
It's over. I mean, is it the knee? Is it the offensive line?
Is it the motivation?
Is it the motivation?
Could it be the motivation?
I mean,
do we need to run out the Boomer Sooners? Do we need to run out the horse and the carriage? Do we need to get it popping again for the man?
But I digress. One other thing that you want to look at with this matchup is the fact that it really is kind of a brutal matchup. I mean, nobody looks at the Detroit Lions as a brutal and tough defense, especially after giving up so many points to Tennessee last week. But here's one. Hey, well, wait a name drop though. Hey, he's on fire. He had a good night's sleep last night, I suppose. But the Detroit Lions have kept CJ, Steven Jackson, and Frank Gore all to under 100 yards this year. Now, before you start saying, oh, but that's CJ, oh, but that's Frank Gore, you know that everybody in your league drafted those running backs in the first and second round.
Yeah, I did.
You can lie to your friends, but you can't lie to the camera. You can't lie to the camera.
That's it.
You see. So, if you have AP in your lineup and you have injury concerns, of course you'll need to play him. If you do not have injury concerns and you have some other things, and as a matter of fact, staying in that game, somebody who you may want to pick up that may do a little bit more damage than AP this week, his name is Michael Shore. Now, I know most people hadn't heard of this guy because he made his first career start last week against my Titans.
What a flag.
Hey. The flag brothers want to know.
The flag.
If we lose this week, you will see the flag every single week until the playoffs. But I digress.
It's the flag.
Now, Michael Shore got his first start. He missed the first of the season due to a suspension. You know, so he came back last week, had 100 yards rushing, had 4 catches for 34 yards. A very solid, a fairly solid game, and he had a rushing touchdown. But most impressively, he had 25 rushing attempts. When's the last time a Detroit Lion had 25 rushing?
Barry Sanders.
Barry. It was Barry. It was the Sandman, Mr. Barry Sanders. So that's a guy that you definitely want to pick up off your waiver wire. I know he was free on a couple of our leagues, so that's a guy that you may want to pick up with the bye weeks really cranking up next week. Get that guy and stash him, and who knows? Considering this matchup, he actually might outscore AP this week. As a matter of fact, that's my bold prediction. Michael Shore, no name running back for the Detroit Lions, will outscore Adrian Peterson this week. Book it. All right?
I almost had that Fran Sanford for a moment right here. That heart almost gave out.
No, was that with the... Oh, no, that was another show. All right. Now, this concludes another episode of the Fantasy Takeover. Hey, you know how you can reach us every single week. You can hit me up on Twitter. I'm at PL Culture. That's at PLCOLTER. You can reach your boy New York Nick at...
Yeah, that's Nick, NIC_Torius.
That's _TORIOUS. Reading is so fundamental. And it's fun. All right. Hey.
Yes.
Okay. Well, hey, we're gonna let you get off of here and get to your waiver wire to pick these players up and get a head start on your week 4. Good luck to each and every one of you. As we conclude each and every show, we like to tell you that life is a sport, so always play to win.
Hey, don't be scared. I'm only white. Good night.
And God bless.